What is going on, everybody? This is Coach Phil with Coach Phil Reacts, and we are back with another video. So we got another team preview for the 2022 season for the CFL. And this video is the runner-up for last year's Grey Cup, and that's going to be the Hamilton Tiger-Cats. Now, Hamilton lost their starting quarterback, but they have a pretty good quarterback in Dane Evans, so I'm trusting that he's going to lead them. But they also lost Brandon Banks, and that's a hard position to follow if you're the next guy up, because Brandon Banks is one of the best receivers in the league. So we're just going to take a look at the team. We're going to see how they are. We're going to break down a little bit of their stats and see where they're going to be this season. If it's your first time to the channel, run over there and subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the comments section if you have any suggestions or anything you want me to react to. And without any further ado, let's just get right to it.
Marshall Ferguson here with your team preview of the 2022 Hamilton Tiger-Cats. Yes, they're back in black and gold, and they are ready to take another run at this thing. Oh, it's been a tough couple of years for Tiger-Cats fans at the end of the season, with the Grey Cup losses, of course, to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. But if you look on the bright side, they finished last year 86. What it was about last season that didn't get them all the way through, honestly, so much juggling back and forth at the quarterback position. It was not a distraction, but they still ended up having to balance the styles of Jeremiah Masoli and Dane Evans. At times, David Watford came in for a stretch because of injuries. And they ended up being able to take down the first place Eastern Division champions in the regular season, the Toronto Argonauts, when it mattered the most. When
that
Dane
was an ugly game.
Completed 100% of his passes.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that was ugly.
Jeremiah Masoli has to come back in and take Dane Evans' spot because of injury in the Grey Cup. This year might relax a little bit. Let's take a look at what's happened since the Tiger-Cats were on the field in 2021. Well, front office lead man Sean Burke, of course, left to become the next general manager of the Ottawa Redblacks. And with him went quarterback Jeremiah Masoli, receiver Jalen Acklin, a couple of other bodies, including running back Jackson Bennett, and offensive.
Well, damn, they done lost pieces. They done lost pieces to Ottawa. Shit, he done took everybody to fucking Ottawa. God damn. I mean, not knocking Ottawa or nothing like that, but geez, like, that's the last place I would think I would want to go is Ottawa. But again, Reggie Miller, the basketball player, NBA Hall of Famer, once said, I'd rather go to a place where no man has done something ever before than to go somewhere where everybody has done something. So I agree with that. I ain't following it. Do your thing, bro.
Lineman Darius Sirocco as well, amongst others. What does that mean? Well, they were able to bring back some really important pieces such as defensive lineman Dylan Wynn, and they ended up being able to add receiver Lamar Durant out of the BC Lions. They got themselves Micah Johnson, dominant defensive tackle from Saskatchewan, defensive back Alden Darby from Winnipeg, and former Ticats standout defensive back Richard Leonard is...
Sorry about that, y'all. We back to the video.
Back and what to watch for from the Hamilton Tiger-Cats this year. All aboard the Dane train. Everything has to be built around Dane Evans. Now it's his team. If you are a Hamilton Tiger-Cats fan, you are now a Dane Evans fan because he is your franchise. That's how closely these two things are connected at this point. And
one thing I like about Dane Evans is Dane Evans got swagger. He cool. He's like the CFL's version of Joe Burrow. Joe Cool. Joe Breezy. You know what I'm saying? I dig Dane Evans' aura, his swagger. Guys want to roll with him. And that's the confidence you need in your starting quarterback. And not a lot of quarterbacks in the CFL have that, from what I've seen. They don't have the confidence, the swagger, the get on my back, I'm going to carry us to the Grey Cup type thing. And I'm digging it. I'm really digging Dane Evans and what he's capable of. Now, can he get the job done and stay healthy is the question. Because he doesn't really have a solid backup now. Him and Jeremiah were the ones going back and forth for the starting job. Now that Jeremiah's gone to Ottawa, Dane is the guy. Can he stay healthy?
He's going to have so many fun pieces to bounce around and play with, whether it be Tim White his second year, whether you're looking at Poppy White, whether you're Stephen Dunbar Jr. They're growing together in this offense. There is a high ceiling here that they have not yet been able to hit, and I really do think this season will be a good tell of how quickly they've been able to come together and start to work these things through in this new shaped offense that will be, of course, working around the new hashes, which should open up some space on the outside for the passing game. And Evans is not afraid to take a deep ball shot. So that means that you're going to end up with a lot of excitement at Tim Hortons Field once they get to play some home games. The last point on what to look for this year, I really do think the hashes are an interesting point for the Hamilton Tiger-Cats as a team specifically. Simone Lawrence, so much of his prowess has been in the box, near the run game, getting after the quarterback, making tackles out in space in the low flats. He's going to be challenged as a traditional, if you'd like to call it, weak side linebacker to do more. He's going to have to cover more. He's going to have to cover more in space. Can he do it athletically? Absolutely. How will he adapt as a star linebacker in the CFL at a spot that all of a sudden looks like it's evolving a little bit, piece by piece by piece?
You know, Hamilton's defense, they're not the biggest, they're not the strongest. They remind me a lot of the 2015 Carolina Panthers defense. And I love me some Carolina defense, man. I love that season, that 15-1 season, when Cam was running wild all over the NFL. But more so their defense with my guy Josh Norman, man. Love me some Josh Norman. But that if you know about their defense, they played a lot of was considered small ball. They had a Shaq Thompson, and Shaq Thompson played a lot of that hybrid outside linebacker. He was small enough to be considered a DB, but he was big enough to be a linebacker. He was able to cover the flats. He was able to be in the running game. He was able to do a little bit of everything, and that's what I'm seeing from dude right here, man. He's got it. As the position is evolving, I'm seeing that their defense is going to be just a bunch of crazed dogs making plays, and that's going to be he's going to be the focal point of that. So I hope, and I love my linebackers. I love my LBs, but the pressure is on him to be the guy to make plays and cover. Because if with the new hashes, there's going to be a lot of slinging the ball this year. And another thing that I've noticed with this was like when they came back from COVID, you know, the numbers weren't crazy like they could be. You know what I'm saying? So with these new hashes, I think quarterbacks are finna go crazy. They finna be slinging the ball everywhere. They be slinging wee everywhere. So I'm hoping that, you know, I get to see more of Hamilton play this season and what their defense is going to be capable of. Now, they're not the same as like a Saskatchewan or damn sure nowhere near what Winnipeg is. But with Winnipeg losing a couple pieces, you know what I'm saying, could the bricks be falling a little bit? But who's to say that? Who knows? We will see.
We'll find out early in the season how that looks. But one thing's for sure, you know the 21 is going to be after it day one, and he'll be making a lot of tackles no matter where the football is going.
What was his name? I didn't catch it.
That all as a start, can he for more? Weak side line is going to be challenged based in the.
What was his name?
His prowess has been for this year. I really do think the hashes are an interesting point for the Hamilton Tiger-Cats as a team specifically. Simone Lawrence,
Simone Lawrence. However you pronounce his name, Simone Lawrence. Simone Lawrence. Okay, I'm gonna get your name right, sir. I'm really excited to see what you're gonna be able to do this season. Now let's fast forward back to where we were.
Holding a little bit, piece by piece by piece. We'll find out early in the season how that looks. But one thing's for sure, you know the 21 is going to be after it day one, and he'll be making a lot of tackles no matter where the football is going across the field. The Tiger Cats have an opportunity to try and get themselves into the Grey Cup for a third straight CFL season. Can they do it? Much of it will rely.
Sorry about that. Dog started barking. Y'all know the drill. You know what happens when the dog starts barking. I gotta stop the video, edit it, all that jive. So, Hamilton Tiger Cats. Do they have a chance of getting back to the Grey Cup? Yes. Are they the dark horse? Yes. But are they the front runners? A little bit. A little bit in their division, they're the front runners. But not by much. It all depends on what that defense is going to do. Simone Lawrence is going to have to lead by example and make plays. That's my biggest takeaway. On the offensive side, Dane Evans has got to have a MOP season. And what do I mean by MOP? Most outstanding player season. He's got to go. He's got to throw the ball because from the statistics of their season on the offensive side of the ball, they had an average 19.1 points against the fifth-rate offense, which was, middle of the pack, but, it is what it is coming back from COVID. Overall, 4,755 yards out of 69.7 plays, 976 plays overall, 69.7 yards. Let me slow down. 69.7 plays per game. All right, they average 339.6 yards per game, and I mean, it's middle of the pack. I mean, the points per game, 19.1 is what it is. I mean, they're not Montreal putting up 22.4. And I always felt like there could be more. I know they're coming back from COVID, but this season's going to be the summer of offense. Maybe one or two defenses are going to have a stout year, but this is going to be the summer of offense to me. That's what I'm feeling. Everybody's now back. Everybody's got their legs loose. Everybody's finna be having a grand old time on offense. That's what I'm thinking. But when it comes to Hamilton, their offense could be top 3, but their defense needs to be top tier. You can have those days where your offense is sluggish, but your defense can play. And that's the same thing I mentioned about Saskatchewan. With the Rough Riders, their offense, both teams are similar. Whereas with Fajardo, he struggles in the red zone. With Dane Evans, he's not afraid to throw the ball. But neither one of them have a really good run game. So their defenses have to score. So there's comparisons, but there's also, I guess, there's differences. And if I put my money on the line with whose defense is going to step up, for right now, from what I've seen, the last time they played, when the chips are on the line, I'm thinking Hamilton. But not by that much. Not by that much. Hamilton's got a little bit better, just inside the box, they're a little better. Secondary-wise, Saskatchewan, pretty good. So that's just what I see. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just a brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm the messenger. Don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger, baby. But that's gonna be it, you guys. That's another one in the books. I'm gonna be reacting to another game. It's gonna be for our Throwback Thursday, and it was requested to me by Douglas Bass, one of our followers. Appreciate you, brother. Well, subscribers. There's no followers on here, but subscribers. One of our subscribers, Douglas Bass. So appreciate you, brother, for requesting a video. Shout out to you, and we gonna get up out of here, y'all, man. Remember, always keep your head on a swivel. Be safe in these streets. Strive for greatness. Continue to be great. All that jive. We up out of here.